Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I did in this particular month. I did over $884 every single day during the quarantine, and I want to show you exactly how I do that. And if you like what you see, if you think there's quality in the content, if this helps you in any way, please go ahead and subscribe, click the like button, and share if you can. All right, I'll see you on the inside. All right, guys, so here we are. This is a statement for April of this year. This was a quarter where ACX started to give us a bump in rate because of the quarantine during the month of this year. If you look below here, I only really made about 23,572 for this particular month, but they added, as you could read down here, they said the rate above reflects temporary royalty increase which will be paid for the sales in April, May, and June of 2020. So this is the very first month where they gave us an extra percentage on our sales because of the quarantine and COVID. So on this month, I made an extra close to 3,000 because of this bump. So I ended up making 26,520 for the month passive income. When you divide that by 30 days, I averaged over $884 per day passively without any ads, without anything, just what I teach in the course. So, by the way, if you're interested in the course, I teach, this is part of the income stream that we produce from selling books, one of them being print and the second being audiobooks, and we distribute books throughout the world on print on demand. If I hover up here, just on my browser, you could see just on some print books for today, I've already sold $130. That has nothing to do with Audible books. But anyway, I want to show you in this video, if you stick around, I want to show you some of the things that I teach in my course and how I'm able to make 26, 23, 15, 16, 18,000 per month passively without much effort. Once these books are uploaded, you're going to see that there's nothing else to do. Audible.com is such a huge platform. Every month, they get about between 24 to 26 million people visiting an average of 4 sites while they're there. So it's not very difficult to have success on Audible. You just have to know which keywords are valuable and what books you should be publishing. So in today's video, I'm going to show you very clearly how much does it cost to produce a book or books, to have them produced into audio form that could generate such income, because that's the only expense you're going to have. You're going to have to pay a producer to record this book for you. So stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how much that costs, and then you're going to see what the profit margins are for Audible books. All right, sit tight. Okay, so we're in my back office in ACX where I have my books placed for the platform. I want you to quickly to see, I'm showing you here 4 books, 4 individual books. So this book was released in March of 2019. This book was released in April, and March. So these were released around the same time. The first one has sold over 445 copies. The second, 688 copies. This one has sold 326, and I've sold 438 Audible books of this one right here. So this is what I want to teach you. The first thing I want to teach you, how much it costs to have one of these books produced. So if you look here towards the middle, it says pay for production. On this particular book, I paid $50 PFH. So what does PFH stand? It stands for per finished hour. $50 per finished hour. This book down here, I've paid $40 per finished hour. 40 for this one and 50 for this one. I never pay over 50 per finished hour. So what is a finished hour? Depending on the word count of the book, that's going to translate how many hours it's going to take a producer to record the book. So in these cases here, I know that this book here is probably a 15,000 word book, so it might be about an hour and change. This is a 3-hour book. This might be about $120 that it cost me to produce. This one, the same thing, 15,000 words, so the first and the third one might have cost me $70 to $80. And I'm going to show you this. I'm going to click into here, but I want to describe this to you so you understand the cost of having a book produced. So this is the first clue here. The second thing you could do is that you could split your royalties with a producer. But you don't want to do that, because if you split your royalties, then you're going to end up giving you 50% of your profits for about 7 years. So you just want to pay these producers, have the rights to the audiobook, and then you can retain all of the profit afterwards. And I'm going to show you this mathematically, what I mean. So I'm going to click into this one. That's a 30,000 word book, $40. So sit tight. I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to show you the math on this, and you're going to see why this is such a great passive income business model. Okay, so I'm inside. I just clicked inside the book, and we could confirm that because look at the total sales, 688. Like I explained to you before, this is a 30,000 word book, and you're seeing that right here. And I paid for the project $40 per hour. The book, approximately 3.2 hours. So let's do the math together. Let's do this math. Let's say it was 3.2 hours times $40. It cost $128 to have this book produced. Now the rights are mine forever. Now let's do the math. Let's do the math on total sales. So if I sold 688 and I probably netted, okay, this book sells for, on audible.com, it sells for $14.95 gross. We make, for us, net about 29%. So I'm going to times that times 29%. That's our net, right? So about $430 and change. Give or take, sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's a little bit lower. But let's use that as the mid net profitable for each sale. So if I were to multiply $4.33 times total sales of $688, this Audible book has made over $2,982.82. All right, let's take away how much we paid for the production. So we paid $128. So the book has netted us $2,800 of pure profit. There's no ads to place. There's no advertisement to pay to be placed, to be paid, to invested for. This is just pure profit. There's nothing to do. It's just passive income. So keep a mental note of this number, or you might want to jot this down, $2,850. If we were to do a royalty split with the producer and not pay him the $128 to produce this for us, if we just wanted to enter into a 50-50 partnership, let's see the difference. So 688 copies sold times 4.3355. We come to the same amount, but now we have to give our producers 50% of the cut. So you can see we made less money, a lot less, but we didn't have to pay the producer $128 because he did that to get 50% of the cut. Now, what I teach is that you never do a royalty split. You always should do paid per finished hour. There are books that we bundle together that make you a lot more money than this, and you want to be able to bundle your books as you want, and you need to own the rights to those books without having to share in any type of profits with anyone. As a self-publisher, you always want to own the rights to all of your material because that's what you are. You're a publisher. So anyway, I hope you got to see that all it takes in terms of investing is just paying a producer. And I just showed you 4 examples where I just paid $40 to $50 per finished hour. You will find in the space for producers charging $100, $200, $300 per finished hour. I have sold over 100, made over $500,000 in audible.com, and I've never ever paid over $50 when it comes to nonfiction. I have paid more for fiction, but for nonfiction, you shouldn't pay a penny more. All right, so I hope you got value in that. I would love to show you another example to show you how profitable this is, but this is the basis on how I made in this particular month over $884 per day based on sales like this, because my book covers already, this is all profit. All of the books that I have are a year or 2 year old, but they're continually producing passive income. So I wanted to show you that. I'm going to show you a couple of more examples in other videos, but this is just one basic example of how you turn nonfiction books into passive income in audible.com. All right, I'll see you on the next one, guys.